Into another European final. How would you sum up the game on Saturday?
How would I sum it up? Sorry, is that what you said?
Yeah, just how would you sum it up?
Yeah, it was a great game, a great contest. Toulon were a proper good side. I thought we managed the yellow card period very, very well. We had 13 men at one stage, managed to score a try just after half time. And then it kind of looked like we were in control, but we knew the threats that Toulon pose. And they came back into the game very well. And we kind of just eked out the last 5 to 10 minutes very, very well. But look, they were a serious threat. We knew that going into the game. And like I say, we're just delighted to be in another European final. And, we still have bits to improve on, definitely.
How happy were you at times for this to actually trust those yellow cards and early injuries to players and players maybe coming on a bit sooner than maybe planned?
How did you say? How happy were we about it, or?
No, just like allowed to adjust very well in those difficult moments. Like
Sorry.
Was down in the European semi-final.
Yeah, sorry, it's just hard to hear at times. We're very, very pleased. That was probably the most thing we touched on this morning about it in the meeting. Just how we handled that kind of 10 to 13 minute period, especially after half time. I think going into half time, we were up 14-11, but it almost felt like we were down a bit just because Toulon had been attacking us for the last 5 or 10 minutes. And then the way we started that, second half with Gemmo having to kick the restart, he kicked it deep, very good kick. Then Josh got a good tackle and we managed to get the ball back just outside Toulon's 22. And to score that try that we scored, I think it was Caelan or Gary, I can't even remember. But anyway, the try just after half time. It was a great moment, and you could see what it meant to the lads. And then off the back of that, then getting Harry back on was a big moment for us.
Do you at this point in your career, do you appreciate those big European games more? Or do you let it to win? Do you enjoy that win that bit more than say maybe 6 or 7 years ago?
Yeah, I think so. Especially when I know how hard, like obviously last year was a extremely tough way to lose. How hard these games in, and I would say definitely with age you appreciate them a lot more. And obviously I know I'm moving on at the end of the year as well, so it's I'm just trying to enjoy every game as it comes. But I would say you definitely appreciate them more with age.
Yeah, you've been one of the few players in the squad that has won Champions Cup before.
Yeah.
Knowing how great that feels, is that an extra motivator going into games as well?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. No, I remember that day in 2018 very, very well. It was an unbelievable season for this club. Look, obviously we haven't done it since then. We've had some really tough days since then with the final losses. But look, we're hugely motivated, and hopefully that those tough days will drive us on to hopefully go one better this year. But we know how good Bordeaux are. They're an unbelievable team. Like watching them yesterday it was a great game. So we know we'll be up against it. But no, we're massively excited. But we have a few games to go before then.
Yeah. Just finally on that, it's different to maybe other seasons where Leinster may have been in position to, you've been other years you've been very far ahead in URC. While you might have had a European final on the horizon, it's very much on to play for URC with yourselves. How difficult does that make things that it is a case of focusing week in, week out, and you can't look too far ahead?
Yeah, no, exactly. It just completely narrows the focus. It's a bit of a boring answer, but we know that the threats that Lion pose, they're ahead of us in the league at the minute. They're a great team to watch. I think they've won their last 6. They're in great form. They play a great style of rugby, really, really good on turnover attack. So, we know we're going to have a massive test in our hands this week, but one we're hugely excited for.
Just on Saturday, there's a lovely video of you up. It looked like a very nervy watch on the last few minutes. I heard watching on. How was the nerves?
Yeah, no, it was a very nervy last 5 minutes. I remember watching Northampton 2 years ago in Croke Park, if you remember. It was kind of a nervy last 5 minutes as well. So it's almost similar feelings there. But look, thankfully the lads did brilliantly in the last 5 minutes to manage the game, and it was a great win in the end.
And it must be nice to have 2 upcoming home games and then a final to end off your 14-year career with Leinster.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's I'm really looking forward to the next few weeks now. I obviously know it's the last probably just over a month left or so. So I'm just trying to enjoy every day. I've been here since I was 18, so it's a proper special part of my life. I've absolutely loved being here. But yeah, I'm just trying to enjoy every day in training. We have a massive test this week and a game that I'm really looking forward to.
And then just one final one for me. We're speaking to Rabbit soon. Has he been speaking any or teaching any French ahead of the move?
Yeah, of course he has. He speaks extremely quickly, so it's very hard to hear most of the time. But I've been started a couple of lessons, so I'm hoping Rab will help me a little bit more for the next few weeks, and I can go over with a little bit of French at least.
Thanks so much, and bon chance at the weekend.
Oh, thank you. Merci.